Every time you see Unmukt and her together, those are candidly short moments. We were never doing something that, just to add drama, let's recreate this or that. Normally, when you'd be filming anything, your crew size would range from 20 people to almost 40. But here, especially in the US, it was remarkable because we were three of us in that house.
For the next entire year, when I used to play any local games, club games, people used to say Malinga, Malinga, Malinga is coming. So even though you take it lightly, but still the back of the mind, that people are watching you. People are watching every move of yours, and when you're playing on the big screen, you drop a catch, people will remember that. You do anything, people will remember that.
There's a notion that, boys don't cry. They do. They stay extra 10 minutes in their car before they go home. They go on their terrace. And that's what we did. So that part at the end, it's just shot between him and me. There's no third person on the terrace.
Virat Kohli and you still keep in touch? You're great friends? Yeah, or you've lost touch?
Well, it's been a while. So, last when he played for Delhi was 2014. And then after that, he's been busy with the Indian team. But yes, till the time I was playing IPL, we did bump into each other. But then after that, it's been a little less.
But you're not friends in terms of exchanging WhatsApp messages?
Not really with Virat, but others, yes.
Like others, who you
everyone in the Delhi team, because Shikhar was there, Nishant, all these guys. So we played, till 21 anyways, we were playing together. And then, of course, I've been in touch with all these guys. But Virat has been unreachable since, obviously, he hasn't sort of come back to Ranji Trophy, in a long time.
Were you surprised by the announcement of the retirement in Test cricket?
Yes, I was.
And ODIs, yeah,
I was. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his batting, so obviously, I want him to play more.
Any other guys you were close to in the team? Shikhar is wonderful, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's one of the best guys. Yeah.
Such a lovely guy, a robust, wonderful guy. Anybody else you were really close to in the coaching setup?
Irfan is there. Bajupa is there. UV is there. Everyone, most of the guys have been.
What about Neraji? He's such an entertainer.
Yeah, he was there. We haven't spoken in a while, but obviously, if I meet him, then it's a different story altogether.
So, friendships in cricket, are there more friendships in cricket or more friendships outside cricket?
For me personally, are you talking? Well, I've got, if you talk to any cricketer, right, for that matter, everyone has their own sort of set of friends who are like outside cricket, and that's the healthy way to do it. It's, you want to have more friends outside who don't share the same thing so that you can talk more freely, be more free. But then again, we are spending so much time together on the road nowadays that it's bound that you're supposed to be with those guys for a longer period of time. And that's good as well. We love that. It's good to sort of, be around players, and then some of them are your more closer ones. You share a good bond. But this is what I realized, while you're playing together in one team, there's so much of competitiveness also that, we are there. So it's not that I need to speak to someone like Manan Vora is a good friend of mine. We don't speak in a year also, but then when we speak, it's this instant click. So, it's like that with most of us.
I find it very fascinating that Unmukt's wife didn't know him when he was a celebrity. I find it almost cute. She says, I have no idea, and I got to know him at this phase of life. And also tough for a girl, a Delhi girl, to relocate. So you're right. It's also a story about the immigrants, all of us who go abroad to work. Cricket is work for him. Just like kids go abroad and work at a call center or work as a technocrat, work in tech companies. He went abroad and worked. And obviously his wife also had a huge life change in that. Was she as comfortable in the documentary as he was, or did she have to be coaxed to talk more?
No, I think I had the least amount of prep with her because she was natural to talk to. And when you do your first interview, instinctively you realize, does this person operate from a place of barriers? Do you need to open them up a little before you talk? And with Simran, that was not the case. Like, I knew that you'll see her first interview, the first takes, those are the ones that have made the cut because there was never a need to retake anything with her. Every time you see Unmukt and her together, those are candidly short moments. We were never doing something that, just to add drama, let's recreate this or that. Normally, when you'd be filming anything, your crew size would range from 20 people to almost 40. But here, especially in the US, it was remarkable because we were three of us in that house. It was a conscious decision because the intimacy and candidness that we were able to explore by being just three people was something that we would have disrupted if it was like a proper crew going into a house.
Um, I still get goosebumps when I think of that particular shot. Brett Lee gets you clean bowled, and you talk about what kind of an impact it had. And Raghav is right. There's no concept of mental health during our times. We are 90s boys, early 2000s boys. It's only now everything is so hyped up and people talk about mental health. And I can remember a couple of instances from my school life where, something really drastic happened and I would wake up sweating in the middle of the night just thinking about that incident. And I was like, man, this guy's gone through so much more. Was that one of those incidences that gave you sleepless nights? Yeah, it did. At the time.
Well, see, everything happened a little early for me. If you look at it, if you look at this, so that was my third season of IPL, second season of IPL, I guess. Yeah. So in the first season when I played IPL, I got out against Malinga on the first in the first over. I was 18 that time. For the next entire year, when I used to play any local games, club games, people used to say Malinga, Malinga, Malinga is coming. So even though I mean, you take it lightly, but still the back of the mind, you know that people are watching you. People are watching every move of yours, and when you're playing on the big screen, you drop a catch, people will remember that. You do anything, people will remember that. So that does play in your mind. By the time this Brett Lee incident had happened, I felt I had already played a few games, 1 or 2 seasons of IPL. The World Cup had happened, so I had become a little bit more calmer regarding these things. Yes, it does play on your mind because people keep showing that video again and again, and you don't want to be on the spotlight. But I feel has been the story of my life. My success has been magnified too much. My lows have been magnified too much. My dismissals have been magnified too much, and I've just sort of learned to you know be okay with it now. I mean, it would have been a little tough that time, but I feel I've
What
matured a little early.
shocked you more, losing not being chosen for India or being dropped from Delhi?
Well, being dropped from Delhi was a big step because I was leading India for 4 years before that non-stop, and my performances in India has been very good. So when I first got dropped from Delhi, that was I mean, I felt that was the first time that I actually lost my footing because now I never thought that I could ever be dropped from a Ranji Trophy side because since the beginning I was playing Ranji Trophy for so many years. So when that happened, it really shook me, but then also gave me a realization very quickly that why am I playing this sport? What do I need to do to get back? And so that was I mean, it really shook me.
And going to the US, one of the reasons to go to the US was maybe represent the US in the World Cup and become an international cricketer.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. And then you had to obviously make the switch of, I'm going to play cricket, irrespective of who I'm representing. That was another big shock, wasn't it, at the time?
Yes, it was obviously because when I had gone to USA, my first thing was to play the 2024 World Cup. That's how I had planned my retirement as well. And then first 3 years when I was in that cooling off period, it's very difficult to keep you mentally focused when you know that there's nothing happening and there's no one watching you, there's no cam, nothing. So to try and sort of stay passionate and keep putting in the work when no one is watching is something which is not very easy, especially in a different country altogether. When this USA selection did not happen, obviously that I wasn't expecting that to happen, but then when this happened, it was a little tough. But I think that has been the story of my life for a very long time. So I mean, even though I feel it, but every time this happens to you, you become a little less immune to feeling that emotion so harshly. But then also, I realized that again, I just got to keep working, man. And you don't know how things shape up, how things pan up. I just got to keep scoring more runs, doing those things, and things will eventually happen. I've always felt very lucky that great things have happened to me. Under 19 World Cup was one such moment, and so many other moments. So when these lows also happen, I feel it's all part of the destiny, and I can't sort of stop these things. If I want to enjoy those glory moments, I also got to deal with the lowest of the lows.
That's a lovely mentality. Didn't your parents get worried and say, Jyotishi ko janam patri dikhate
Oh
hain?"
yeah, so many times. That is been like a
शनि का प्रकोप लग गया something like that.
yeah, that always happens. But then I think spirituality has also helped me sort of, deal with all these things. And I think when all these things happen, you definitely become more spiritual. You start, it grounds you. It grounds you, and then there's the position to come back from such moments comes from that deep rooted belief
So
in
when you say
something.
spirituality, do you mean belief in God and prayer or meditation or both?
Both, and also believing in the universe, how the way things work. And I feel that we should not keep repeating the patterns what we are in. I know that, okay, fine, I might get selected tomorrow, I might not get selected tomorrow, but then how do I deal with those emotions? So basically you can say this is how do I deal with those emotions is something which is very important for me as a person. If I same the feel emotions again and again, then I'm not growing. But then what is the next right thing to do? What is the next best thing to do? If I stay patient during that moment and I can hold myself up and keep going, things will change. I know things will change. They are always it's everything is transient, and I really believe that.
What is your zodiac sign?
I'm Aries.
Aries are tough guys. No two ways about that. You've had such a prolific career, and now with these documentaries on Rajamouli and Unmukt, and really two opposite ends of the spectrum. Were you always? I mean, you have to be a cinema fan because you work in film. But were you always a cricket fan?
Oh,
Or you got interested in Unmukt story and that's it?
no, absolutely. I think one thing that I've been telling and discussing with Unmukt is that I've not played competitive cricket, but the passion is equal for the game, like most of us have. I joke with those people that when there is rain happening during a match and you will be watching a match on streaming, there will always be 50 lakh people still watching rainfall on the ground. I'm one of those 50 lakh people.
Me too. You don't want to miss out on a second.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no.
And my God, Test cricket is so interesting now.
Incredible.
The England series was unbelievable.
Test
right?
cricket is just too good. Like the Australia series, couple of years back, 3 years now. England now, it's just
England now,
incredible.
It's just wonderful. So every format of the game
Yeah.
is getting so interesting. And in that aspect, Unmukt, like you always say, count your blessings. People in the previous eras didn't have that. Youngsters today, even if they don't make the coveted 11 for India, apart from India A, there's the IPL, there are global leagues. At least your rosy roti or amdani is something that you can still earn as a cricketer, which previous generations couldn't do. If they didn't play for India, I don't know if they could survive on just Ranji money. Lots of them did. So in that aspect, I think cricket has improved, hasn't it, in terms of it being a source of income.
Yes, 100%. That's a blessing for all of us now because we can actually explore more opportunities. So many leagues are happening. If I look at myself now, all the franchise cricket has opened up for me in terms of playing good cricket, good competitive cricket, and also getting to experience newer taste of cricket in terms of I've always played my cricket in India, but the moment you play franchise cricket, if I'm playing Big Bash in Australia or CPL in Caribbean, you understand what cricket means to these people and how they approach the game. So it's a very different experience when you're playing the same game in a different place with their mindset. So it's pretty interesting now, and that's opened a lot of doors for a lot of people who are unable to play in India, IPL or for the Indian team.
Big Bash must have been fun. Yeah.
Oh yes, it was. It was because again, Australia is a big cricket playing nation. The fans are as excited, and it's a great energy playing at the MCG and all these big grounds. So it was fun. It was actually a very good experience for me.
Okay, now Unbroken is in theaters. It's a documentary on Unmukt Chand. It's directed by Raghav Khanna. Also, it's important. A couple of songs in the documentary. They're available on the Z Music Company YouTube channel. So you can go and check them out. Tell me about the singer, tell me about the composer, and tell me about the need for having these songs in Unbroken, Raghav.
So I feel documentaries are and continue to be as entertaining as fiction films. A part of our daily life and culture and entertainment is song and dance. And I was keen to integrate, at least in a couple of places, songs that propel the story forward. One moment obviously presented itself is the innocence and the beauty of childhood when you're seeing a dream, weaving a dream. a dream that doesn't let you sleep, that makes you want to get up and go to the cricket ground. So we composed a small song for that. And then I almost assumed, taken it for granted, that Unmukt is going to play for the US in 2024 World Cup. So for almost a year and a half, I thought that that's the ending of the film. And when that didn't happen, for the next 2.5 weeks, I was sitting gutted for him as a friend, because we had become really close by then, but also for my film, because one mistake I probably had made was that I took that part for granted, that, he's going to play, considering the talent he has.
All of us thought so.
Yeah, he's going to play for the US, and that didn't happen. So I now needed a new ending. And I saw the film again. I saw the rushes again. By then, 80% of it was edited, and I saw everything. And I realized that there's something much more human, much more beautiful at play right now. There's a notion that, boys don't cry. They do. They stay extra 10 minutes in their car before they go home. They go on their terrace. And that's what we did. So that part at the end, it's just shot between him and me. There's no third person on the terrace. It was after the selection. I had flown down just to shoot that ending because I didn't have one. And we spoke for an hour before we started rolling the camera. And I said, Unmukt, now we're going to go into an uncomfortable territory. Everything great and beautiful that you've gone through, and everything traumatic, sad and gutting that you've gone through, I just want you to play that as a reel in your head. And we were on the terrace. And I let him be. After that point, I wasn't directing him. He was genuinely taking a walk, lost in his thoughts. Over 2 years, that was the first time I saw him welled up. And I knew that was real. It's not something he's doing for the camera. The filmmaker in me, at that point in time, thought, won't it be great if it starts raining? And as if it was waiting for my cue, and it starts raining.
Wow.
And my editor, 2-3 weeks later after that, she was, saying, who the hell was your camera person? Because that idiot could not hold the camera still. I'm like, I am that idiot, because that moment was so surreal that the camera was shaking from my hand, that I called for rain and it's happening, and I have the most intense, profound moment on camera. But then we got it, like we got that part in the rain. But when I saw that edit, I'm like, there is no amount of BGM that can do justice to it. It needs to be composed for it, and needs to be a lyrical song that complements the silence, because even with the song, the silence is haunting. And I have a music composer, a very dear friend, Shantanu Sudhame. He and I made Raja Rasurani Kahaniya many years ago. So he was one of the composers on this. We collaborated. I said, Shantanu, there was no provision for a song, but I think we need one. And what is the emotion? This is the emotion. I wrote the lyrics. He composed and sang that song. We arranged it. So it all came out beautifully. And especially for it's just done with the string instruments and a little bit of underlying percussion. And he's into guitars and how and other string instruments. 13, 14 various string instruments from India and across the world. He lives in Pune. We went down and I'm like, okay, this sounds good, this is unique. So once you hear, you'll not be able to, even if you're a music enthusiast, you'll not be able to play whether it is a 6-string playing or whether it is an iktara playing or what is it, because those are very rare instruments that have been played in there.
So is my reading correct? Your Chacha and you are like friends?
Oh yeah, 3 a.m. friends. We are the bestest of friends.
Yeah, like buddies.
Oh yeah. He's been the one who sort of, in my starting journey, he's the one who made me play cricket, take me everywhere. He was the one who used to know about all my girlfriends, everything. So basically, yeah, everything. And then we hold that special relationship.
I know whenever he FaceTimes you or he video calls you in the documentary, I can see the way you react, saying a buddy is called and not so much a relative.
Yeah.
How lovely is that? So future plans, I mean, what are you focused on now? Is it going to continue to be Major League Cricket? Are you exploring other leagues around the world?
So obviously, other leagues around the world is on the horizon. The franchise cricket world has really grown up, and we have a lot of tournaments coming up, and also USA selection is definitely there. We've got a few tournaments coming up in the future as well. So yeah, those things are there in my mind, and just want to keep going and see what best comes out.
And you're getting good feelers from But then you don't care, I think. You've reached
No,
a point where you don't
do.
care about what the selectors say.
I do care, but it's just that I don't let it affect me too
Affect
much.
you too much.
I mean, I had a very good major league this time. Hopefully, things fall into place. But then again, even if they don't, I keep going.
We'll keep praying for you, brother.
Thanks,
And
man.
lots of love to you. Thank you for doing this chat. It's great fun. My last question to both of you is a lifestyle question. I mean, what is the last great holiday you had? Or is there a vacation spot you go to and say, wow, I can live here? Unmukt, you can start and then Raghav can take that.
Well, for me, when I moved to USA, I moved to San Francisco. I lived in that city for 2 years. It has my heart.
Yeah?
I don't want to. I've been to other places, but I love San Francisco. And now I live in Dallas. But any chance I get, I want to go back to the city.
What is so great about it? The people, or is it? I believe the roads are all undulating, upar niche.
Oh yeah. It's everything is up and down. It's the beauty. The water is there. The mountains are there. Every 20 minutes, 30 minutes far away, you have a hike. Good hikes. People are beautiful. People are nice. Very friendly people. The whole city has a very nice vibe to it. I was very outdoorsy in that city, and it's beautiful. I just love that city.
And is there any food that you like that you get in Frisco?
Well, I think in USA now, overall, you get everything, and you don't miss the food. I don't miss the food personally, so food is fine. I definitely miss being in India, in terms of my cricket is concerned, in terms of the roads, my friends, and the whole feeler of being in India is something special. But yeah, San Francisco it has my heart.
What about you? A vacation spot that you love?
If I have to pick one, I think it'll be London. That feels like a second home almost. That's incredible. But I would actually want to be in Delhi for a bit in my hometown and just have a no agenda extended trip there and be in the mountains for a couple of weeks for a writing retreat.
Ah, wonderful. So which place in the mountains? Do you like the north? Do you go up into the mountains there or do you go abroad?
Mostly the north, at least starting with Mussoorie and going up. But I love Kufri, just off Shimra, and you get great resorts there and fantastic views.
Lovely. Unbroken is in all PVR cinemas. Please go check your local listings. Is it also in Inox or is it just
Inox PVR both?
Wonderful. So PVR and Inox are now together, as you know. It's one chain. So check PVR listings, Inox listings, and please go and watch. Not often that you get a documentary out in the theater. It's a very powerful documentary. It's a story of India's former under-19 captain Unmukt Chand, and is directed by Raghav Khanna. Thank you, Unmukt. Thank you for rolling by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Raghav.
Pleasure
Thank you
speaking to
for doing this with us. Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.